Hey there, I'm looking a bit blue today, aren't I? Well, actually, I'm not. As you can see, my suit is still blue, but my face, my skin color, and my surroundings definitely are not blue. What I just put on is something called a camera filter. And I gotta say, camera filters have to be one of the most underrated applications of photos in general. I mean, sure, we have apps like Snapchat and Instagram or whatever that auto-apply filters to yourself, but manually doing it? That's just a bit different and much more underused. Now, camera filters, they basically just change the color of the image, but they're very useful. They can make movies look more futuristic, they can make movies look more old, and generally just things like that with color. However, I've been thinking, what if humans can also be wearing more figurative and mental filters in our brains? In 1952, a very talented and, in my opinion, genius composer, John Cage, created what he considered as his magnum opus, a composition called 433. Now, 433 wasn't like your typical music. In fact, it was a composition involving 4 minutes 33 seconds of nothing. Now, when this composition was played in my music class, there were lots of complaints. People didn't necessarily like it because, frankly, was there anything to be liked about it? Now, what's so special about 433 is that it just utilizes the sound from the room, not from the instruments or from the people watching. The negative response in my classroom was really just what made me think of the idea of filters. Take what John Cage said about his 433 composition. People, including my classmates, have taken him as a madman. But what he said in one interview truly inspired. He said that, to him, there was no distinction between music and sound. I mean, sure, music is good sounding, and he appreciated that. But sound in general is just amazing. I mean, take traffic. He thought traffic was beautiful because it had no rhythm, unlike music. It was random, it was unpredictable, it was always different. He didn't just appreciate a well-sounding piece of composition, he appreciated all sound. After the class, what John Cage said really stuck with me. I mean, I felt like it could have been taken as him inviting us to hear just sound wisdom. Most people only have probably 1 to 2 filters in their head, and there's truly nothing wrong with having filters. But there is something just inevitably interesting about hearing what he heard, appreciating what he appreciated. Us humans have so much filters trained into our brains at birth that we are unfamiliar with appreciating not just what happens to us, but what just happens. I mean, you and I, we both appreciate our family, our friends, basically anything positive that we have. But to take it a step further, would just to be appreciate really anything. Take out a single piece of A4 paper and look at it. This paper has been through a trade shopping, processing, delivery, not just by machines, but by other people. And guess what? We use these things in an instant. We consume so much, so quickly. Sure, we can appreciate a piece of paper, but what do we truly gain from appreciating everything? Would I happen to like picking up dog poop more if I appreciate everything? No. But I can appreciate that many things happen for that dog to defecate that, and maybe we should acknowledge that. But there's still one thing that's lingering. The whole thing that's mainly convoluted my idea of this. Would we become happy if we appreciated everything? The truth is, I don't think our lives will be happier if we appreciate it. But I do think our lives will feel much more rich and fulfilled if we do appreciate everything. And okay, sure, we concluded this, but what about bad stuff we get from not taking off our filters? Very rarely do people appreciate everything. I mean, most of the people that truly appreciate anything is the people at rock bottom. But the greatest thing about not having a filter is the positivity it gives you. Humans look at a blizzard and we frown because, oh gosh darn, it's cold, but we can cuddle up by a furnace and feel better. And you know what? The next day we'll go right out and throw snowballs. Without filters, it's basically like, if there's nothing that makes you smile, make something that makes you smile. We can get fired from a job, and sure, we may not have done our best, but we did something, and that counts. I believe in these days, our world is so riddled with sadness, depression, economic crises, natural disasters, and who knows what else. Yet us humans, we choose to push through. Not because there's no hope left, but because we can make hope out of what's left. Our filters are not bad. Our filters are normal. To be truthful, living in a world without our filters and doing what I'm saying, such as appreciating everything and everyone, it might just be near impossible. And a bit hypocritical of myself, as I was writing the script, I was even listening to music while writing it on Spotify, but as I wrote that sentence, I had one earbud off, and I was not only listening to my music, I was also listening to the sounds of my air conditioner. Thank you. Shots we can play as like footage while my voice is over. And I'm thinking, I go out this
we can see the camera.
and I close it at the end.
No, but like we see the camera. Wait, go
back. Alright, cut that.
No, but we see the camera. But we see the camera. Why are you going?
Alright. You know what? Let's just film the final shot, okay?
Okay.
Alright, you guys get my idea. Alright.
Yeah, but like.